Welcome, I'm Bry the Builder, and in this video I'm going to start painting all of the models from the HeroQuest box set as well as 2 quest packs. So in total that ends up meaning I've got a dozen skeletons to start with here that I'm just going to basically liberally coat all of the bony areas with Seraphim Sepia. So as I do this, I'm really just kind of looking to make sure it's heavily layered into any of the nooks and crannies. It's really just going to be the base color of the models. So they're all actually spray painted with some Krylon. I'm not sure what color. It's just kind of a nice cream off-white. That's a good bone base color. It's also pretty close actually to the, I guess, original plastic color of the bases, which is what the bases on all of these are going to end up being, is just the original plastic color. As I'm hitting up the mummies with the Vallejo dark brown wash, I've kind of realized that they're not gonna need anything else. So, I mean, I'm definitely going over them and making sure that all the little like bandage lines and everything else have some nice brown in them. But it's going to end up making them stand out nicely all by themselves. That brown really doesn't look like the sepia or the flesh shade that's going to be happening on the zombies. So it looks really good as just basically supposed to be a zombie. It works. So the zombies, I'm really just looking for the skin and covering that pretty heavily with Reikland Flesh Shade. I'm actually looking for this to pool and puddle and make some sickly looking flesh tones. It definitely shouldn't look nice and pretty. It's an undead, it's a zombie. As I'm adding additional colors in here, I'm really looking to try to have kind of a color balance. So most of these undead are all in the warm tones. So I want to have a color here that's going to work on multiple models and allow me to have kind of that cool tone. But again, after this dries, it's a pretty dark, desaturated color. And then it's going to get desaturated and darkened even more. So as a base kind of blue tone, it I think works well with a lot of the different models. As I was painting them originally, I really thought these guys just had some really bizarre, oversized pumpkin head kind of thing. And then I realized they actually had some like weird stringy, strandy hair. So we're gonna add some brown in there and kind of make it actually look like hair instead of a funky pumpkin head. The black red here is in, I guess, concept pretty much the same as the blue. It's a color that's going to allow me to be able to separate some elements of the model without it really standing out or really highlighting itself. So I'm going to be able to use this dark red on a couple other models as well to help keep everything kind of tied together and make everything feel like it belongs together on the same playing board. It is interesting how things seem to work out that the most complex models that are going to take the longest to paint are the most numbered models, right? So there's a dozen of these little guys. And I probably could have gotten by with going a bit simpler. But, you know, it's just not that cool to go too simple, at least not for me. So, again, this is another color, this dark purple, that allows me to kind of use this, I believe, in multiple spots on a couple different models, hopefully down the line, to keep everything tied together, as well as just giving it kind of a point of contrast, where, again, this shouldn't stand out, right? It's the skeleton that's important. But as a squad, I want them to have some color, some, I don't know, visual separation from the other undead models. But I don't really want them to be important, right? But they should still visually be different. So with them all looking similar, they're definitely not all the exact same. And between the way the washes lie and everything else, they're all in the same family. guess I'm not entirely sure what these elements here are. It looks kind of like it's some leathers that are connecting the armor pieces. It could be more metal, it could be more armor itself. I don't really know. Feel free to paint it however you want. I'm just kind of going with some browny tan leather color. And it is really a mix of my two other browns that I've been using, that charred brown and that leather brown. So it's just a bit random. I was really hoping here that the light gray wash over the whole model would, well, all the unwashed parts, not the skeleton bits, but everything else. I was hoping that that would be enough to just do what I wanted it to do. And yeah, once it dried by itself, the light gray just doesn't stand out enough. So it needed a little more. As we're approaching the end of the video and the grand reveal, let me just say I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. It really helps get my videos out to more people. And, you know, the more people that watch my stuff, the more fun I get to have painting more cool stuff. So, again, thanks. I appreciate it. Hit that like button. Please subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.